Yeah, what's the deal? This Vinny Paz, a.k.a. Odrama Vin Laden, a.k.a. Vincent Price, a.k.a. Vinny Appice. I'm with my people at Splash Mag, splashmag.de, Jedi Montrix, Vinny Paz, Just a Law to God, Meanest Man Alive. Philly is in the motherfucking building. Rah! Tons of stuff. March 30th is the new Army of the Pharaohs record. Of course, me and Just, the whole squad. Outer Space, Reef the Lost Cause, King Magnetic. Everybody, the whole squad is back. That's called The Unholy Terror. Like I said, that's March 30th. And me and Just have both been working on our solo albums all this year. So my record is called The Assassin's Creed. Just's record is called Meanest Man Alive. So it's going to be Army of the Pharaohs, March 30th, and then maybe like the first week of May will be my record. And Stoop, our producer, has a project with a friend of mine. Her name is Liz Fullerton. I'm sure you guys are aware of Portishead, right? Yeah, it's kind of like a Portishead type record. It's Stoop's beats, but she's singing. That's an incredible record. We got Reef the Lost Cause record coming out. And then Just Meanest Man Alive is going to come out late summer. So we have a new label now that we all run. It's our label. It's called Enemy Soil. Distribution is in effect. Everything is going well. You know, so we're just excited, man. I got Lord Finesse doing production on my record. Mad Lib. DJ Muggs from Cypress Hill, Soul Assassins, Bronze Nazareth from Wu-Tang, Fourth Disciple from Wu-Tang. Man, I got a lot of people that did beats on there for me, man. I got joints with the Clips. I got a joint with Paul Wall. I'm forgetting, man, because I did a lot of records. Beanie Siegel, Freeway, Jack Frost. So we've been working hard, man. Like, even though they're solo records, we work on them together, you know what I'm saying? Just was in the studio doing my process. I'm in the studio doing his. So it's like, we hit with like 6 records this year, you know what I mean? And then the next year will be the new Jedi record. Chuko did 2 beats on my record. He did the song with the Clips, and he did a song called Beautiful Love. It's actually the first song on the record. We worked with a lot of European producers on the Army of the Pharaohs record, too. A lot of dope kids out here, man, because they sort of represent the shit that we grew up on, you know what I mean? Some hard body shit, you know what I mean? It's like, you get beats from these kids nowadays back in the States, they're garbage, you know what I mean? We only do that hard body shit, so happy to work with anyone that's talented, you know what I mean? But getting back to your question, we're busy. We're in the studio every week. The Clips are the Clips, so I was gonna, you know, cater to the type of shit that they did. It's like, we're grown, man. We're in our 30s. It's like, you can't just keep redoing the same shit over and over again. You gotta reinvent yourself. You know what I mean? So we're always gonna do raw shit. It's like, you know, to me, when you do some new shit, young kids, it's just their inclination is to just diss it and critique it because it's not a Jedi Mind Tricks record. You know what I'm saying? It's like anything you do outside the box, you know what I mean? There's fucking 15-year-old white kids in Idaho, you know what I mean, who didn't come up where we came up. It's like, we from fucking Philly, man. We you know, we was the little brother of New York. Just and I were involved from the mid-'80s. So it's like, I don't really let other people dictate the type of shit we do. You know what I mean? Because as long as the people that are diehard fans, you know what I'm saying, we're able to support ourselves and our families off this shit. You know what I mean? So I don't really, you know, criticism is a fucking weird thing, man. It's like, you know, there was a philosopher that said something to the effect of the critic educates the masses, the artist educates the critic. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's like, you can't really tell me how to do something that you can't do. A motherfucker that can't rhyme can't tell me shit about the shit that I'm doing. And that's how I see it.
I mean, nah, yo, it is what it is, you know, like, when you're in the lab every week, it's like, you just do what you feel creatively. It's not even like we're thinking about auto-tunes or anything. It's like, whatever makes the best track. You know what I mean? It's, our process was never, I know people think, you know what I mean, oh, I'm going to sell 1 billion records before they even step in the lab. You know what I mean? Like, we're about music first. Like, we don't even look at that shit. We didn't even expect this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, we right here. Like, we in Leipzig, you know? Like, but in 91, when we did the fucking first shit, like, we were just trying to put music out. You know what I mean? Like, just rap and over hard beats. You know what I mean? Like, that's what we feel.
To me, it's like, it's the equivalent of asking about, like, yo, will the guitar ever go away in rock music? Like, of course not. It's the cornerstone. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, will horn sections ever go away in jazz or piano? It's like, no, that's the cornerstone of where all this shit came from. We came up off, like, This Cut's Got Flavor by Latte and Lakem Shabazz and shit like that. So it's like our influences, and like Just said, like, our thought process and our creative process is different than other people. They're like, yo, we're going to make a hit, or yo, we're going to do it. We don't work like that. We just get drunk and high in the studio with dope beats, and the process is organic. We've never, that's why, like, if people were critiquing the joint with the clips or saying, like, that was a sellout move, I'm like, yo, check it out. I like the clips, yo. So how the fuck is that a sellout move? I love the clips. I think all their records are classics. So it's like, am I trying to make other people happy? Or am I trying? If you don't make yourself happy first and you're not content with the product that you're making, people will see through that shit and see that you're bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But they never thought that about us because we always kept it funky. We never did we never made no bullshit moves, no R&B shit. We never did, even when it was put in front of us. When we were younger and getting major label deals, and they wanted to sort of tone down what we were doing, whether it was like politically or, you know what I'm saying, or whatever we were saying, or tone it down. We were like, fuck that. We'll do this on our own. Hand-to-hand combat. You know what I'm saying? And whoever comes in our path, they're getting stomped the fuck out. That's just how it's always been. We've been a group for almost 20 years. You know what I'm saying? We were kids, literal kids, in a studio, you know, in a bedroom studio. We had bullshit equipment, but we were just so hungry, and we wanted it so bad, we were able to do shit better than other people that would go into $1 million studio. I still look at that shit now. Like, you hear a hungry motherfucker, man, you know he's hungry. It doesn't matter if he had good equipment. You know what I mean? If he got a hot beat and a fucking microphone, I'm like, yo, son is hungry. You know what I mean? That's always, we've never not been hungry. We remain as hungry as we were 20 years later. And that's why we're able to still connect with kids, you know what I mean? Because they sort of associate with that, you know what I mean? Because in their own way, they're hungry. You know what I mean? Maybe not for music, but in life. Just and I both like to have the beat at home and write and sort of craft the rhyme to the beat, you know what I mean? Some of the people in the camp with us will come in and write the rhyme on the spot. Some people will write the hook on the spot, you know what I mean? We write, sometimes we'll do the hook on the spot, you know, the chorus or whatever, but I can speak for Just on that. Like, both of us sort of are, to the point, over-analytical about our process. Like, write at home, you know, and, like, have a beer or smoke an L and, like, make sure that it's I mean, you know.
In the beginning, we had freestyle game, you know what I'm saying? We still do, but it's not like something, once you become an artist and you're working in the studio, you know, and you want to make a hot track, there's more thought put into it than just like, oh, let me just show up and write the rhyme, you know? So it was like, I've been